Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, my friends. Another week has gone by, which means it's time for another King of Fighters 15 character trailer drop. And this time it is Andy Bogard. Now Bogard, where do I know that name? Oh, that's right. I guess this guy is related to the character from Smash Brothers. They have the same last name, so I guess that makes sense. Yes, this is Andy Bogard, brother of Terry Bogard, the stalwarts from Fatal Fury. Now, Andy, not as famous as his brother. Andy, not a playable character in Smash Brothers, right? But Andy is definitely accomplished in his own ways, to be sure. So before we get to the trailer breakdown here, let me tell you a little bit about Andy Bogard. So Andy's of two hearts, the Fatal Fury end of thing and the King of Fighters end of things. In Fatal Fury, Andy and Terry were both basically street rats and were adopted by a guy named Jeff Bogard. And Jeff Bogard, an accomplished martial artist himself, eventually ran afoul of one Geese Howard. Geese kind of put the boots to him in a all-the-way fatal way. And Andy and Terry, kind of forever sought vengeance on Geese afterwards. By the time King of Fighters rolls around, that stuff's all settled, we're all good. Andy's his own man, and he styles himself in Shiranui style ninjutsu. So he is indeed a ninja, unlike his brother. And that Shiranui, yes, the name sounds familiar because my Shiranui. So Andy's got a very complex relationship with my Shiranui in that they are, together, but he refuses to marry her. Like, legitimately, in the end, this is Andy's biggest thing, is he's the guy who's with, the lady everybody wants, yet he refuses to tie the knot. This drives Mai insane, and in a lot of games, and outside the games too, there's just a lot of stuff where she just messes with him. I'm talking like showing up with fake ninjutsu babies, saying this is yours, so you have to marry me now, that kind of stuff. And why is Andy this way? Well, he's kind of a grump. That's the best way to put it, I guess. He's just a grumpy guy. Considering the usual teammates he hangs out with, his brother Terry Bogard and also Joe Higashi, who's a total butthead. Andy's the serious one. He's the stoic one, right? But yeah, in the King of Fighters end of things anyways, unlike the Fatal Fury end of things, Andy's whole story is he won't marry Mai. That's basically it. There's a million characters in the franchise, so maybe not everyone has the most complicated plots, but that is Andy in a nutshell. He is scared of commitment. Gameplay-wise, it's a little bit of traditional stuff. He does have a fireball, and he does have an uppercut, and the uppercut is a Shoryu, by the way. It's Shoryu down, not a Shoryuken. Very famous for the elbows, Zenaiken. Elbows are a big part of his moveset. He also has these crazy drill kicks. And you can drill kick cancel at the start of the move at the very first hit to juggle them and put them in a juggle OK state. That usually holds through a lot of the games. He's a very fast boy, and it shows in a lot of his moves and a lot of his gameplay. Now, as for the trailer breakdown, we start the trailer with his level 3 super, once again showing off those elbows and that wicked speed. And I just want to say Andy looks so much better than his King of Fighters 14 version. It's definitely one of the biggest glow-ups in this game. Now, as is seemingly standard in these trailers, we got a bunch of succession of normals here. So we have a stand heavy punch, crouching heavy kick, and a jumping heavy punch. Another quick little shot here, so jump heavy punch and a crouch heavy punch. This here, perhaps a more dramatic win pose than we normally get in King of Fighters games. Normally it's not elaborate like this. That said, this is only the second game where they're using 3D models in the mainline games, so maybe it's time to up the productions. And considering how much wildly better Andy looks in this game versus his King of Fighters 14 version, upping the productions is definitely what they're doing. Now, once again, the gameplay here showing off more normals. Jumping heavy kick is right here. And also showcased here is his command normal, so close heavy punch into forward light punch command normal. And here we are just letting you know wall bounces are definitely in full effect. And that's his CD, his two heavy attacks together, his blowback attack, and it retains the wall bounce property that they added in King of Fighters 14, which was one of the best changes ever to me, because it made them a lot more useful overall, so very happy just to see it return. Next up is a little bit of an EX showcase, so this is his EX drill kick, and now here's EX fireball. So they're specifically showing Shune here, his quarter circle forward light punch, I believe it was. The big blue hand, that normally just destroys fireballs, right? In King of Fighters 14, Andy's EX Fireball, and this looks completely different than his EX Fireball, by the way, visually anyways, and I think it's a little bit slower, but yeah, his EX Fireball in 14 just plows through everything, right? It destroys other projectiles like they weren't even there, and the only thing that can even begin to clash with it is like another EX Fireball, like say EX Athena's Psycho Ball or something like that. So yeah, she's showing off that this Fireball cannot be stopped by normal means. Now, here's something interesting. We've had hints at this before, but perhaps dramatic intros are going to be a thing, like fated battles. Certain storyline important characters versus other storyline important characters will get their own special cutscene before a battle. Because here we definitely have Mai walking down Andy, and Andy definitely looks like he's trying to get out of any commitment like he always is, because he's basically a bum. From there, we have a look at EX Shoryu here, so it's multiple hits, just so you know. And we get a look at his taunt, because once again, hey, taunts are back. Here we get a look at some level 2 supers. That's when like the screen is glowing all red there. So this is his level 2 Hishoken, followed by his level 2 Drill Kick super, and you can just see here, he just goes to town on you. Quick combo example times here being showcased. So first up, we get a little bit of bread and butter. So jump heavy kick into crouching leg kick into an elbow. And then we have close heavy kick, proximity normal, into drill kick cancel, so he doesn't fall through with the rest, so he can re-juggle into the juggle where he hits him with the Shoryu. Here we have close heavy punch into a drill, and they're going to show here we have juggle potential, hitting him in the corner as a land into a super. And finally, our big ending schmoz combo here that we end a lot of these trailers on, going to a level 3, and as we saw earlier, that is his level 3, so note here. So this is stand light kick into stand heavy kick. Andy gets to break the rules. That's one thing a lot of King of Fighters characters get to do, is randomly break the rules for no reason. So he's allowed to chain his kicks together unlike other characters. EX elbow for the wall bounce, another elbow, now super cancelled into level 1 Hishoken, and then climax cancel into level 3 into his big boy super around the world elbows. And that is it for the trailer. So Andy looking good. Once again, I just wanted to stress how much better this model looks than the King of Fighters 14 model. It is hugely better. And we end with a weird note, because shatter all expectations, sure. Rollback netcode, by the way, amazing, thank you very much. But no see you next week. These normally say tune in next week for more info, and hey, it's not saying that this time around. So either it's a mess up, which is possible. The only other case I can think of where they did that was with the Chizuru trailer, because they showed an extra trailer early. So maybe that'll happen. Maybe we'll get another trailer before the week's over, and that counts as next week's trailer. Or maybe we're just gonna sit and not get any trailers for a bit, which I hope isn't the case. Nothing we can do but wait, I suppose. But that all said, my friends, that's the end of this video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. And hey, go out and play some King of Fighters.